NBA sports coverage of the National Football League finds us in the Hoosier State at Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Here's Matt Gay ready to get this one started. Off we go from downtown Indianapolis. This one taken at the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. First and 10. On the ground, this is James Cook. And a short pickup to about the 30. Second down and 8. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to third down. Play action. It's Allen. And that is incomplete. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And that's going to lead to a fourth down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast. And tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
That's caught. It's Amari.
Coaches love to come out early in the game and establish a very aggressive approach. But I'm just not sure, Mike, if at this point in the game they needed to make this decision. I'm going to be very curious to see, does this come back later in the game to bite them?
Right to the air is Richardson. He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. Second and a yard. From the gun, Richardson. And this one is caught by Pierce. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up second down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
Throwing on second down, Richardson. It is brought in the end zone. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
What separates the really good quarterbacks from everybody else in the National Football League, Mike, is not only ability to process, but the ability to process quickly under pressure. And I think that's exactly the case here. He's able to go through his progression, find his target in the end zone, and then deliver that ball on time, accurately, and the result is a touchdown.
Seven 0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This taken at the 5. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you. You're going to be back up now to start this drive. more set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the gun, Josh Allen. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
I like the idea of using the passing game to try to give your offense a little breathing room. You find yourself in the shadow of your own goalpost, Mike. Worst case scenario, you do not want to punt out of your own end zone. So I like the idea of trying to pick up some positive gains through the air. But they've got to come up with some completions and try to pick up at least one first down, or you're going to put your defense in a tough spot. Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Has his man, it's Samuel. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8. From the gun, it's Allen. Throw downfield and hauled in by Samuel. A gain there of 24 yards. Good for a Bills first down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
And he's going to wind up losing yardage here, and that will take us to the end of the opening quarter of play. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Off the play fake, here's Allen. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They are not having success on defense. That play picks up 19 yards. Allen going to give it to Cook. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, at some point, you just have to know when the party's over. You just have to cut your losses. I think in this case, he's just trying to do a little bit too much, make something out of nothing, and he ends up being taken back for a pretty big loss.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's thrown right side, but incomplete. James Cook, the intended target. And it'll be third down.
They've been a little up and down in this first half. I mean, they have less than 80 yards of total offense, and halftime looms. So missed throws like that, those are missed opportunities. They've got to hit the plays when they have them if they want to have a chance to leave here with a win.
They'll set up the screen to Cook. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. And the rush is going to get there. He'll go down. They were taking a big risk going for it in their own territory. It will not pay off. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Mike, you could almost just look down in the huddle, and the players are looking at the sideline like, Coach, isn't the punt team going to come out? And the coach was having none of it. He says, no, you're staying on the field. We're being aggressive all day long, and we're going to go pick up this first down.
That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Nowhere to go. He is taken down. Here's a 3rd and 10. Throwing is Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, here's Richardson. That's to the left side and taken in by Downs. The Colts are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle's made here at the 3-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor. And that big offensive line clearing space. He's in. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown, Indy. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Gay to add the PAT. It's up and through. And the Colts move out on top, 14-0. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's Allen. That's to the right side. And incomplete.
So as halftime looms, Mike, they have to find a way to capitalize on this drive right here and make sure they end the half with some sort of points. Now, that incompletion, not ideal, but at the very least, it stops the clock. Catch your breath, get back in the huddle, and this next play, it's got to be a gotta-have-it best play call.
The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops. 50 seconds to play until halftime. It's a gain there of 26 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Allen.
He tried to find all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Cooper going in motion. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one, downfield for Kincaid. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Now Allen. And that is incomplete.
The biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. Sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
They'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's looking deep for Shakir. That is caught. What a throw. Khalil Shakir. Touchdown, Bills. The teamwork was just ideal there. Greg, we don't see practice all week, but we see it pay off in the game.
And when you have a wide receiver, Mike, that can operate near the sideline, it just increases the amount of space that quarterback has to work with. He knows that he can put that ball maybe a little bit further away from the defender, knowing he's got the guy on the other end to not only secure the catch, but to keep his feet in bounds for a touchdown.
Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. Anthony Gould now to return. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Here's Richardson. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Colts will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Here's Richardson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Let's go now.
Now Richardson. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They do indeed snap it as they'll try and throw. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end. Coach, thanks. This one's still anyone's game. We'll see who can come out with the hot hand in this second half. About to get started. 3rd quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Here's Gould on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Richardson to throw here on 1st and 10. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
So in regards to being used in the passing game, there's really 2 types of backs in this league. There's the check down back. He's able to just take the short gains and try to pick up more yards after catch. And then there's the back that can be used as a weapon. Man, when you got a guy like that in your passing game, it is a handful for defense.
And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
What an advantage it brings a defense when you have cornerbacks that are such willing tacklers. It just brings an extra element to the ability to defend the entire field. And this is a great example here why.
A 2nd down throw for Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
They got to do a better job of keeping the quarterback contained in the pocket all week, Mike, against mobile quarterbacks. You talk about rushing as a group. This time they get a little undisciplined with their rush lane integrity, and he makes them pay.
Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan, and then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play a man-to-man, and it's exactly what they did here, and there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
On second down, Richardson. Looking middle, and he's got downs. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
From the gun, Richardson. That is caught. And the Colts are going to have a first and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. 19 yards on the gain, and that's good for a first down. Ready. Throwing, Richardson. Fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out. Oh, no. This goes through the end zone. Did he lose it now before crossing the plane? It looks like they say he did. So this is the rule that always brings up a lot of debate. This winds up a touchback, a turnover, and the opponents take over at the 20-yard line. On first down, it's Allen. Our throw here, right side, falls incomplete.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. From the gun, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Set to go now on first and 10. On the handoff, this is Cook. And the the struggles in the running game continue. They take him down behind the line. Play action. It's Allen. He'll get this out wide. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down. From the gun, Josh Allen. They go right back to Coleman. He's got it again. Nice job there defensively to keep him in front of the marker. It's going to bring up fourth down.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a fourth and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss.
Well, that play had no chance from the start. The running back was not even able to make it back to the original line of scrimmage. Give credit to that defensive line. That was an incredible effort, forcing that fourth down stop.
Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete. Jonathan Taylor, the intended receiver. And that will lead to a second down.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Richardson will give it to Taylor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on third down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
A big loss on the play brings up second down. Come on.
Throwing on second down. Richardson. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down.
If they win this game, this pass rush is going to be a big reason why. The 5 sacks speak for itself, but their ability to disrupt the timing of this offense, that can't be overstated.
Work to do following the sack. It is third and long. Looking to throw. Richardson. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Benford. And the Bills are going to get the football at their own 40.
Just a brutal mistake there, Mike. I mean, they have a chance to put a late scoring drive together and increase their lead. But now with that interception, all the momentum shifts to their opponents, and now they got to rely on their defense to hopefully get a stop and get them the ball back.
They'll throw on first down with Allen. He'll drop this underneath to Cook. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. They come up for second and 2. Off the play fake, here's Allen. He's across midfield. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot. From the shotgun, it's Allen. That's taken in by Shakir. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
One more time going up top with Allen. That is caught at the 3. And he gets marked out of bounds, but inside the 5-yard line. It is a gain of 23 yards, and now they'll have 4 shots at it. It's 1st and goal. Again, it's Allen to the air. And it's a touchdown. They have gotten to within 1, and a 2-point conversion can give them the lead here in the final minute.
Mike, I know everyone has their opinions about whether to kick it or go for 2, but my honest opinion is I don't even think there's a decision to be made. I'm keeping my offense on the field. We've practiced all week for our gotta-have-it 2-point play. Dial it up. Do not play for overtime. Win this game now in regulation.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
A final shot now for Allen. And that's going to be intercepted. And the Colts are going to have it. They'll take over at their own 24-yard line.
14, Bills 13.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. Here's Gould on the return. Now on the return, he has lost the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play. So a road win here for the Bills. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the second half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody.
It's a stadium so big you can easily spot it flying into Dallas-Fort Worth for a game. This is AT&T Stadium here in Arlington. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from Dallas. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Opening play, and Dak's going to throw. And his first pass falls incomplete.
Read and react, read and react, read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Yeah! There we go!
Throwing again is Dak. No luck on the connection. It's incomplete. Trying to get that one to CeeDee Lamb. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Yeah! Here we go!
Back to throw. Here's Dak. Dumped off to his running back. Continuing to move past the 45. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Yeah, here we go!
1st and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Vaughn running dead ahead. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Hey, kill! Yeah, here we go!
Once again, it's Vaughn. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Kill!
Offense in the hurry up here. They've got a man in motion. It's Vaughn again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that 1st down. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. They're going for it. Here's Prescott. And it's incomplete. That's going to be a turnover on downs, depending on what the call is on this penalty. They already got the stop and the turnover on down, so they're just going to decline this penalty. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Pittman's got it. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by Trayvon Diggs.
I feel so bad. I really do. And I don't mean this sarcastically, Kate. I feel bad for these guys in coverage. I don't know how you defend some of these players today because they get that drag route, they get one step inside of you. Well, there's very little you can do other than make the tackle.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Here we go!
From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That one finds Josh Downs. It's a pickup of 26. And it's good for an Indianapolis 1st down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the 1st down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Ready?
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, it's Richardson. Has him on the quick hitter. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll throw again. Richardson. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So through one, this game, more for you defensive maestros out there. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They have it second down, well inside of field goal range. Trying again, following the sack. Hauled in by Downs. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Working quickly here. Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. He's got it. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. So a touchdown on the board for him, Brock, as they start this game off a perfect 1-for-1 offensively.
Yeah, I'm going to call that scripting for success right there. Can't do it much better than that. And listen, when you script these first plays, you don't always know who the targets are going to be. It's really then relying upon what the defense is trying to take away. They couldn't take away that big old tight end.
Extra point converted by Gay. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Here's Gay now to handle the kickoff. Return starts from the 16. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. They're working a couple of yards past the line. Making the stop that time, Nick Cross. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Here we go.
Play action, Prescott. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. He's descended upon quickly and dropped after it looks like a yard gain. Kenny Moore there to make the stop. Prescott now on 3rd down. That's caught for the first. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
We're to the 2-minute warning from AT&T. The Cowboys trailing in the early going. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. First down, here's Dak. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Jones.
Well, a lot of throws come in his direction, and they come out quickly. Didn't have a lot of time to step in front of them. It really takes great reactionary time, great intuition, spatial awareness to get a pick out of the slot, and he should be applauded for his efforts on that play.
GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. Just about set for football. The veteran Matt Gay has it teed up, and we are underway now at Lucas Oil Stadium. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is going to be stuck cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Hall again. Yeah, boy, this defense came to play. They're going to bottle him up behind the line again. And this opening drive not going to plan. This is now 3rd and 13. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And he's stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. Rodgers to throw for it on 4th. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. To throw is Rodgers. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down to the 42, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Rodgers now to throw. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Quiddy Pay in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. That'll be caught right side by the rookie receiver. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. Good starting field position for the Colts as they have it 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Richardson. And he slings one that's incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Richardson back to throw it. He'll let one go deep for Downs. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Second and 10. Now Rodgers. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
On play action, it's Rodgers. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Kwity Paye. Now 2 sacks for him already here in this first quarter of play. We're scoreless after 1. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 4th down coming up. Here's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 3.
Come on.
Richardson to throw off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
But there's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Let's go Colts. Flexed biceps, dark skin tone.
Now Richardson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There's a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Richardson looking to throw. Being chased out left. And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. Back to throw. Here's Richardson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep them out of the end zone as the first half winds down.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Richardson looking to throw this. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The Jets defense making things difficult there. 4th down. Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And Gay knocks this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both of these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they wanted to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better, got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Here's 2nd and 10. Rodgers to throw once more. This pass out wide to Hall. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Pass complete. He's got Lazard on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Now Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Now it's Richardson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Richardson working from the gun. That's complete to Pierce. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Alec Pierce, 30 yards. And the Colts will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
That one taken in by Corley. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now a play fake. Rodgers. This complete to Corley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Ten 10-0 is our score as we get started again on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Richardson to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Looking to throw. Richardson flushed out right. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a third down situation.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Score already.
Back to throw. Richardson forced out to his left. Richardson hit it, he fumbles it. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. This is 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jets' 44-yard line.
Richardson out of the shotgun. Rolling to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Will McDonald gets in there to take him down.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Looking to throw. Richardson under pressure, and they got to him again. The former 3rd overall pick, Quinnen Williams, there to bring him down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Throwing for the out route, he finds Wilson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Throwing now is Rodgers. To the right side and intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. And right about now, you start to think, and maybe they're starting to think,
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to upstate New York and Highmark Stadium in Orchard Park. The kicker Tyler Bass has us ready to start, and off we go from Buffalo. Here's Gould on the return. Now an opening past the 30. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
Anytime you find yourself on the road, you want to do anything you can early to establish yourself and quiet this crowd. And I'll tell you, there's no better way than to take the opening kickoff nearly all the way and set up your offense with great field position to start this game.
He's got a man. That's Josh Downs. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Mike, you've heard me say it 1,000 times. The easiest down to throw the ball in the NFL is first down. I hate when teams wait till later in the possession to throw the ball. So early first down completion, you're on the plus side of the field. Now you're thinking strike, touchdown, field goal. But either way, I'm coming away with points.
Not a whole lot happening there, just a short pickup. Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
I got high standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. To throw, it's Richardson. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Terrell Bernard.
When you find yourself in this situation, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing right away is Allen. Now he'll run it. Good decision to take off. He gets 15 yards and a first down.
Mike, this is the element to the position that this guy brings that's just so unique across the league. Not only the speed, but his ability to operate in the open field as a runner. It is hard for a defense to plan for a guy like this.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for the younger Cook brother. This is James Cook. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. From the gun, Josh Allen. That's taken in. It's James Cook. He's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass. Get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
From the gun, it's Allen. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw. Put his receiver in a tight spot.
That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. It'll be a pickup of 10. 1st down, Buffalo.
Offensively, landing a lot of body blows on this drive, Mike. Just the ability to steadily march the ball downfield and remain so efficient, both run and pass. As they continue to wear this defense out, they have to find a way to end this drive with points. Anything short of that would be a bit of a letdown.
And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this 1st quarter. So we've come to the end of a fairly evenly played opening quarter. 0-0 is the score. More after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They face 2nd down and 7. From the shotgun, it's Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out and go up for an offensive rebound and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
And on that 3rd down, they thought an easy way to pick it up and get some positive yards would go to their quick game, but it didn't seem like the receiver and the quarterback were on the same page, and now brings up 4th down.
And that is not going to work. Incomplete, and they turn it over on down.
So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down, but this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Terrell Bernard, they're on the tackle. Second and 7. From the gun, Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
As a route runner, once you identify zone coverage like they were playing here, the key is find open space and stay in it. He did a nice job here because that was not a big hole. The quarterback had to put a little extra on that one, and they were able to make the completion.
He'll tuck it and take off. Carrying that ball loosely, and it is out. And this is taken in by the defense. Well, that changed quickly. A terrific scramble, getting downfield, picking up yardage, but then dropping the football. It comes out, and the defense comes up with the recovery.
There's not many quarterbacks in the league, Mike, that can make that play with their legs. It's just such a shame that at the end of that run, he fails to protect the ball. The defense is able to jar it loose and take it away of what otherwise was a pretty fantastic play there by that quarterback.
Second down and 8. Out of the gun, here's Allen. This one caught by Khalil Shakir. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. First and 10. Here's Allen to throw. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross.
All right, Mike, at this point, am I allowed to call timeout? Because I would love to talk to both of these offenses. Listen, guys, ball security. Protecting the ball is the #1 rule in football. You got one side losing it on a fumble, the other side gives it right back with a pick. I mean, come on, guys. As an offensive guy, I want to see big plays. I want to see long drives, touchdowns. Not a game of hot potato, bouncing the ball back and forth.
And they're going to get to him and take him down, take him back to the other side of midfield. It's A.J. Epinesa who gets in to record the sack. Throwing on second down, Richardson. That is intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Taylor Rapp. And the Bills are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And while the defender is going to get credit for the pick, Mike, I think he needs to go up on the sideline and thank his pass rush because they forced that bad throw. That is the perfect example of when the front pass rush and the back end coverage work together. Man, that was big time ball.
Now Allen on first down. That's to the left side and taken in by Coleman. The Bills going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Allen will throw. He'll find his running back, Cook. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
The best quarterbacks, Mike, they don't necessarily even have to see the running back in the check down. They can just feel him. It allows them to keep their eyes downfield, allow their tight ends and wide receivers to continue to work open. In this case...
And he's in! Dalton Kincaid! Touchdown, Buffalo! What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of.
The extra point by Bass is good. And the Bills will take a 7-0 lead. Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Come on, come on. Hey.
Richardson gonna look to throw. Completing this one to Downs. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. On second down, Richardson. The ball's out, and the defense has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
So we have come to halftime here at Orchard Park with the Bills out front. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, second half, drawing near. Glad to have you back with us here on EA Sports. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. On the return, it's Ty Johnson. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. On first and 10, it's Allen. That is downfield into the hands of Keon Coleman. And he's going to take this one all the way. 72 yards. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. A safe kick taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. Down the right sideline. That'll change things. Out of bounds inside the 35. Richardson to throw here on first and 10. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
Ready.
Throwing is Richardson. A throw there on second down, going to be incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Here we go. Here we go.
Off the play fake, it's Richardson. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Taron Johnson.
I think anytime you find yourself trailing in the second half, Mike, all offensive play callers fight the urge to chase those points. They tend to get a little bit overeager. They tend to push the envelope sometimes a little too far. Those turnovers, they only make the deficit grow, not shrink. Now, there's a lot of football left, Mike. They can still get back into this. They just have to be a little bit smarter about which risks you're willing to take.
On first down, it's Allen. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
And he's going to get this up near the first down marker. Tackle made at the 29-yard line. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. They'll go play action here with Allen. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. Big time play there for Buffalo. And even 30 yards. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. They'll run with Cook. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. They'll keep it on the ground with Cook. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
He'll push forward here, down to about the 27. That's Juju Brents in on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here's a handoff to Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters now in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. They'll run straight ahead with Cook. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. Once again, it's Cook. And he'll get them 5 yards closer, but now 3rd down coming up.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Now Allen. And he's in. Amari Cooper. Touchdown, Bills. Greg, that's one of those scores where it's not completely over, but it's getting to be about that time.
Yeah, Mike, I just think they're entering miracle stage right now, and I just don't think there's any coming back from this deficit.
Following the touchdown, Bass is back to kick it off. Here's Gould on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Richardson to throw. And downfield, it is Downs with the catch. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 71 yards. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Touchdown here in the 4th quarter, Greg. They have a big mountain to climb, but at least they're technically still alive in this one.
And now, Mike, we're going to see them line up to go for 2. They're going to see if they can get this lead down to 16 points and still give them a chance to fight back here late in the 4th quarter.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. They get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. Throwing now, Allen here on 1st down. Open man downfield, it's Kincaid. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Well, I think one thing's for sure, Mike. I don't think we're seeing an offense that is comfortable with this late lead. They're continuing to put pressure on the defense and say, hey, I don't care how much we're up by. We're going to continue to execute our passing game, and if there's opportunities downfield, we're going to continue to take them.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard line.
Allen going to give it to Cook. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So, 2 minutes to play here in the 2nd half. Greg and I back for the conclusion. In a moment. 3rd and a yard. We'll try and run here with Cook. He's got nowhere to go. The defensive front controlling the line of scrimmage there. And that's going to bring up 4th down. He'll try and throw for it with Allen. He's got his man. That's Kincaid. And he's going to have the Bills' 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it. But he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down.
And he'll work this into the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, taken down after a gain of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, Cook. And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Here's a case of an offense just piling on. You're really imposing your will on the defense. Everyone in the stadium knows you're going to run it. The defense knows it, you know it. And no matter what they do, they have no answers whatsoever.
So the Bills Mafia goes home happy. It's a win for Buffalo. They use a little home cooking here. They play a complete football game. And they send their fans home quite happy. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills are victorious as we say so long from Buffalo.